All right, just hold on. Sorry about that. That's on for now. Hold on, I would like to also ensure that we have this live on Facebook. All right. So I'll give you a go ahead to start immediately. Everything is set. All right, so once again, because of our online audience, I want to welcome everyone to this meeting. It's fantastic to have a few of our students who have worked in the last 12 weeks and who are willing to present what they have learned so far this afternoon. The very first person who will be presenting to us this afternoon is Pelumi Adegboyega. Pelumi Adegboyega, it's over to you now. You can get started.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adegboyega Pelumi, and I am 13 years old. I'm a student of Igbobi College, and I'm in GSS2. So today I'm going to be showcasing the different projects I have done in the website development course. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. So here I have the basic code, which is a HTML code, which comprises of the different other HTML codes which are linked together into one website. I have one talking on global warming. So this is the global warming code right here. The second one talks on creation. This is the creation code. And the third one on how to contact me. So here I have main heading or the title, which sits in the middle of the web page, which says Pelumos Discuss. And I have a subtitle which says subscribe to Pelumos on YouTube for more. I have two buttons which are learn more and subscribe. So now I'm going to go to my global warming code. So here I have the definition of global warming, man-made causes of global warming. I have an image on what global warming is like and the possible solutions. And I have a simple CSS code here, which is on like general colors and background of the web page. So here I have my location code, which is similar to the pattern of global warming. I have the definition, I have the types, and I have benefits. And I also have an image on it. And here I have my contact code. So if you want to contact me, there are different ways here which you can contact me. And here I have the general style of the whole web page, from the background color to the text family, the font family, the margin, the sizing, and the color in general. So I'm going to run my code in a live server. So this is what it looks like.
Wow. Somebody's seen something I'm saying this is very, very beautiful. And wow. Okay, let me not interrupt your presentation, but I mean, I just got a fancy for this video. I'm saying nice.
So here, if you click on the global warming, it takes you to the general website for global warming. We have the definition of global warming, the man-made causes of global warming, the effects of global warming, and a picture of what global warming would be like, and also the best possible solutions. So global warming. So if I go back, I also have recreation. So we have definition of recreation, types of recreational activities, and benefits of activities, and we have a picture here. So in the contact tab too, we have like this text underlined here, which has the color purple. When you click it, it takes you to another page, and you can interact with that page to do other things. And I also have a number and email address if you want to contact. So that's it for the general website.
With somebody fascinated with what I'm seeing here from Pelumi, I think this is a very excellent presentation, and not just the presentation. If you see the homepage of Pelumi, this looks like this looks like every other website that we also check every now and then. And this is so exciting that Pelumi at this age and time can put this together. And I think if you are also excited to see that, irrespective of maybe your colleagues or any other person on this call who feels this is good, please give Pelumi a very good word in the chat. You can drop something in the chat. I think this is fantastic. If I'll be typing in the chat, that will be my own comment. So yes, let me get your comments. Let's see your comments. If you have any comments about this before I go ahead with Pelumi, I think you should. Let's have it. This is really, really awesome. And I acknowledge your efforts over the last 12 weeks. This is revelatory of the fact that you have really been learning and you have been putting efforts in place. You have been spending time behind your computer system to get things done. And it's exciting that you could really put that out. That home page was beautiful, smashing, and that's a very good one for me. And I know that you can always improve on the other attached pages on the website. But then I think it's really, really pretty. So Pelumi, tell us what tripped you to work on that website. What was the trio? What was the inspiration, or what triggered your interest? What motivated you to want to do that? Then especially I can see that, okay, let's take that first before I ask you the next question. Then I can take the next question. So Pelumi, over to you.
So you asked what makes it interesting.
You said?
You mean like what makes this interesting?
Okay, so what inspired you? What inspired you to work on that on this website that you just did? What was the inspiration?
So my family, at some point I wasn't really coping with it, and they all just supported me. And also my teacher and Techbridge, how they make the whole class interesting. Usually this code. So when you get to different stages, it's usually satisfying looking at the progress you've made, and it makes you want to do more better things.
Awesome. That's a beautiful one from you, Pelumi. So I see your website was around global warming. Are you interested in anything around global warming? Why the interest?
Global warming and recreation, which is generally concerned with human health. So,
you said?
Global warming and recreation, which is concerned with human health. So if you look at global warming and recreation, they both affect us in huge ways.
Wow, that's excellent. I like the fact that you are thinking global. You understand issues that are affecting us generally as human, and you're also putting work to the table to ensure that you are educating everyone, about this through your own work. This is exciting, and I think let me also say this, that Pelumi has a YouTube channel where he has, I think, over 10,000 views of some of his projects, of some of his some of his work. You could also do well to check and subscribe to Pelumi's work on YouTube. Pelumi is a very, very interesting individual, and I see him becoming a very rich tech skilled personnel to see forward in the future, to check some of the innovation and what it's going to be coming up with. I mean, at this very age, you can go and check some of the things it's already doing. And of course, you can see the zeal with which she presented his work. Yeah, so Pelumi, well done. I want to encourage you not to stop. Please ensure you keep at it. For everything you have learned, they are very relevant. You are still going to be making use of them at one point or the other. You need to keep learning. You need to keep practicing. You need to keep checking back on some of those things you have to learn and just try to see if you still remember them. You know, you need to keep the act of asking questions very open. There are things you are forgetting, things you're not clear with. Ask questions. And I want to tell you that the sector, these things you're doing are very rewarding in this our age and time. So don't worry, you're going to see that within a very short time, every of your colleagues are going to be like asking you, how are you doing it? Where did you get this from? How come you learned this? You know, so I'm sure you're going to find it fun. You're going to find it a very rewarding thing, and you're going to be, in fact, happy that you gave time to it in a very short while. So, Pelumi, for the last time, well done, and I give you kudos. Ensure that you work on the other pages, make them as beautiful as your own page. You did a very good job. Yeah, have a very good afternoon. So you can please ensure you hold on. We're still going to take comments from parents when every other kids also have their own presentation. So you probably want to hear what your dad or mom would like to say about your project also at that time. So just hold on. So now let's have the next presentation. Pelumi, you can stop presenting. Well done. So who's willing to go next? Who wants to go next? We've just had a very fantastic presentation from Pelumi Adegboyega. What an awesome presentation. A fantastic project again. I think Aliza would like to present. Aliza, let's have you. You can share your screen and then you can start your presentation. Of course, following the same format with Pelumi. Tell us your name, tell us probably your age and main class, any other information that you think will be relevant for us, and then dive into your presentation.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Osenia Adiza, and I'm presenting now a fashion world which I created. It is all about fashion clothes and clothes of different styles, and like a marketing vlog, which has a marketing website which has different kinds of clothes and their price tags in it, and a Christmas discount price on 20% discount price. To start with, I'm starting with my HTML structure. I created my HTML structure with doc type, head title. Then I went on with using ordered listing. Then under ordered listing, I used hashtag to allow it to not allow my project to navigate if I click on the fashion world. Then I went over to the center. Then I used button for my buy more and subscribe for the HTML structure. Under the HTML structure, I have clothes.html, jewelry.html, shoes.html, and contact.html. Under jewelry.html, I created the structure. Then I used strong to allow my insert and delete, and strong to allow it to be bold. Then I used insert and delete for the project again. Then over to close.html, I did the same thing for it. I used the strike through and insert and delete for it. Under shoes.html too, I did the same thing, and this was the outcome. This was the outcome. So on the outcome, I have I did that fashion word for here, and this is it. Then we go to clothes.html. The clothes.html, this is what it turned out to be. Here we have a ball gown, different sections under the clothes. We have ball gown, then we have the discount, the original price, and the price it is now due to the discount. Then we have prom dresses, then casual dresses, then office dresses, 3 different sections under the clothes. Then under the clothes, then we have jewelry.html. Under the jewelry.html, we have rings, the original price and the price now due to the discounts. Then we have bracelets, original price and the price now due to discounts, and necklace too. Then shoes.html, it was shoes.html, but this is the original shoes tag now. Under shoes, we have summer shoes, then we have flat shoes and heel shoes, the original price and the price now due to the 20% Christmas sales. That's the project. That's my project.
This is excellent. I like your communication skill, very loud, clear, and you didn't cut short anything to ensure that we're able to catch the vibe, of as to your interest in fashion. So tell me, are
Thank you,
you
sir.
are you a is it fashionista now, or yeah, what's your interest in fashion? Let's start with that, Aliza.
I love fashion because like it helps in your identity. It makes people see you for who you are. You dress how you want people to address you. Once you go in with a stunning clothes, people turn around to look at you. Who is that? You dress the way you want people to address you. So
Awesome.
I love fashion, and I would love
Awesome.
to have a fashion store, online store one day. So that's why I did something
Super
like
amazing.
this.
Super amazing.
Okay. Yes.
This is excellent, Aliza. I like your energy. I like your communication. I like your project. Awesome. You did what
Thank you,
is
sir.
from your heart, and that's very, very essential, And you have a very pretty work that you have done. I can see everything you've done here. It's beautiful. Guys, parents,
Thank you very much, sir.
colleagues to Aliza. What do you think about Aliza's work? Let's have you on the chat. Let's Aliza also see comments, on the chat. I think what she has done is very awesome. She has just started learning in the last 12 weeks. She hasn't done web development before, web programming before. She picked up HTML and CSS in the last 12 weeks, and here you can see what she has achieved in that short period of time. She just learned from Techbridge 2 hours per week, and of course, this is really, really amazing. I think one thing that is fascinating about Aliza here this afternoon is the energy with which she's pouring out her interest, and why she did what she did. I find that very, very, very interesting. Aliza, you need to keep this up. You need to ensure that keep that energy up. Get this website to the very best form possible. Get it up to the very best form possible. The teacher, the tutor is also providing you guys more tools. To ensure that you guys can really, really develop on this. It's the end of the phase of your learning. But we're going to be communicating you guys forward as to what is next. But then, with or without that, we're going to be providing you guys access to some learning tools. And it's online, so you can still keep learning. You can do more of JavaScript. So for Pelumi also, who has done a very good job, you guys need to now get up on JavaScript. Ensure you close out every loose ends that you have with HTML and CSS. And I'm sure that, and this is also applying to every other person who's going to be presenting, close out every loose ends as to your knowledge on HTML and CSS, then quickly get on with JavaScript. You can be sure that within a very short time, you guys will form a very fantastic front-end web developer, so as an assignment from here, you guys go and check the difference between a front-end web developer and a back-end web developer. What I've seen, especially for Aliza, I sense that you will form a very fantastic front-end web developer. So also for Pelumi. Pelumi has interest in a lot of things, and so I can't really box Pelumi alone to front-end. Pelumi has done some stuff in Python, done some stuff in robotics, and of course has also given us a very excellent presentation on web development this afternoon. I think for somebody who's also having a YouTube channel that's talking about digital marketing also. So you guys just ensure you keep up with this that you've started, ensure that you press forward until you find which one is your core. But then, like I've said, this can be better. Better can become best, and the best can, of course, go higher in any form that you can have it. So for this e-commerce store, I know, yeah, you may want to really get up with it. That's also being entrepreneurial. You have an entrepreneurial mind. I need to grow it up, you know. So yeah, time and constraint. I may not be able to promise that. Probably I'll have some sections with you about how you can hone your entrepreneurial skill, but you can be sure that this is good. Ensure that you do a lot more work, you know, regarding this page. See how you can get it more attractive, fascinating, so that you may want to, you know, launch it online. And that's to everybody. That's to everybody. As soon as you guys get to that point, of course, I believe you have all my phone numbers. If you don't have my phone numbers, your parents probably do, or has the contact of the organization. We'll do well to see how we can support you forward, you know, to see how you can really launch the time. One more time, Aliza, this is fantastic. And I want to acknowledge your efforts and that of your parents also. Well done. Have a very good afternoon. Thank you. Let's have the next person, but ensure that you also hold on to the end of the meeting so that we can take other comments from you, from your parents. All right, so who is ready? Temitayo is ready. Okay, Temitayo, let's have you share your screen and then shoot. So for every other person who is there, the order is, once you are ready, just tell us you are ready on the chat, and then I'm going to take you, you know. Yeah, so once you're ready, just say, I'm ready, and then you read the next person. Over to you, Temitayo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Temitayo Banjo. I'm 13 years old and I'm in SS1. I'm from the Python programming class, and I'm here to present you on a project called Chatbox. Now, Chatbox is a program software application that requires a one-on-one conversation with a robot. So I created a chat box for Techbridge, which helps the user conversate with the robot to guide it on the different areas in Techbridge. So this helps the user to have, these are the expected questions the user will have, like when it's greeting or when it's asking for his name or what the company does. So he uses a code called random, which helps the robot to randomly choose its reply. So I have different questions based on the different courses, the age group, and the charge. So if I don't ask my robot any of these questions, it's going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't get that, or I don't quite understand. So I asked it a question which it doesn't have in the expected. So the robot doesn't really understand. So it's programmed to answer to those questions which I coded for the user to ask. So since it's not there, the robot will just reply, I'm sorry, I didn't get that, and start all over again. Thank you.
Wow, wow, this is a very excellent job you have done, Temi Tayo. Having to be able to have a chatbot is a very sought after skill and capacity that one needs at the very time. And learning Python, everyone may not be seeing some colorful dots as we are seeing in the last two presentation. Why? Because what she has done is more of what applies to what you use in the backend space, backend web programming space, or even some sense of robotics. And that's why Python, for instance, is useful for backend web programming or development or software engineering, as it were, and robotics, and a few other fields, data science, and all what. So you can see what she has done. This is a chatbot having a cross intersection of robotics and back-end software engineering, because with this you can develop an API, and then a lot of organizations can use this same application, to get robots act as customer service. We have a lot of banks who are currently using this, who have such applications as this. Sterling Bank was advertising such like this some time ago. Fidelity Bank has something like that. Zenith Bank, I think they have different names for these applications. I know quite a lot of banks do have applications like this, where they ask you to chat. They won't have names. Chat now for Temitayo's own, the name is Kelvin. The name of the bot is Kelvin. All of these banks also have names for their customer service bots. And those bots do justice to as many questions as the customer wants to ask. So you can see that she was also saying that it depends on the questions she puts in. That depends on what the robots will be able to answer. As Temitayo grows in this regard, you also discover that the robot is now able to learn from questions, and once the programmer is able to put in those questions, he's able to learn and then begin to answer those questions going forward. But this is very awesome. This is very, very, very wonderful. That within a very short time you're able to put this up, and I really want to acknowledge what you're also doing, and what parents are also, doing to ensure that their kids get this sought after skills as soon as possible. So I want to acknowledge your work, Temitayo. This is really nice. It's exciting that you can also put this together. And most especially, you had a fitting situation. We're able to get, what is relevant. For instance, you are working on this for Techbridge. I'll be giving you a challenge, ensure that you're able to take this up as much as possible. Now, this will require your own personal research, your own personal further learning. Of course, you're also going to be having a tutor who is going to also be supporting you going forward. But I tell you that a lot of programming requires, most people that do well in programming, most of the time, spend 75% of the time learning on their own. And I can tell you that you guys are already coming to that phase where you also, apart from getting trained by the tutor, getting assistance from the tutor, you also need to exert a lot of energy and time, also doing further research, even learning beyond what you are given in class. And I think you just get that. But then this project is exciting, it's very, very nice. And then I kind of acknowledge it. Well done, Temitayo. Like I told others, please ensure you keep learning, expand the frontiers. You can get it higher and higher than this. Then you can get to a point where you can start using GUI to graphics user interface, to ensure that it's more appealing, it's more exciting to see. But then so far so good, I think this is very wonderful. Well done, and ensure that you have a very, very great weekend also. Hold on till the end of the meeting, so that we can take comments from parents about your project and every other member of the audience. That's great. So who is coming up next? Let's have the next presentation right now. We just have less than 20 minutes, less than 25 minutes at the end of this meeting. Who wants to present next? I know we still have Isaac. Isaac has not presented. Apart from Isaac, I think we still have one or two other persons. Adepoju, Faiz. Okay, Faiz is ready. Faiz, let's go. So I think at the end of this, immediately Faiz is rounding up, Isaac to get ready. Okay, Faiz, let's go. Share your screen. Let's have you shoot your presentation.
My name is Adequaju Faiz. I'm a Python programmer, and I started learning Python 6 weeks ago. And I've accomplished so many things with Python, like how to use Python to create USSD code, used to create chatbots, used to create and calculator and so on. And my project is based on USSD, and this is my project. I started it with wow true, means that if make mistake, it will go back to the beginning. And I started my project and I used some like I printed welcome to Faiz Bank and note 7 naira fee will be charged, make your choice. And if you press one, it will give you some options. They give you some options like this. And then I use a variable A, select choice. If A is equals to 1, A times self, then it will ask which user, either MTN, Airtel, or user. And let me put it. And 1, A times self. It asks me which user, and I choose MTN. And my phone number, I've made the phone number constant. Any number apart from this phone number would not work. And that's what I'm doing here. Phone number, select amount, and I'll enter my PIN because it's a USSD. And this is it. And if I input a wrong phone number, it won't work. Phone number incorrect. Please try again. And then if my variable A is equals to 2, that is airtime orders, it will print welcome to Faiz Bank, airtime service, airtime orders, which user, and I use another variable, U, and if U equals to 1, put MTN user, and I did not put a constant phone number because it's not myself, it's to others. And here it is. No. And this is it. I can enter any number I want. It did not give me phone number incorrect. I have to enter my PIN, like I said earlier. That's it.
Wow, this is very fantastic. Faiz, awesome project. Yeah, go on. Are you done?
No, sir. And if my
Okay.
my variable is equals to 4, no, is equals to 3, that's data service. To print either MTN user, then select choice. Then, and this is the plans for data. And I run my code again. 1, 3. I use MTN user. Ask me which one do I want. I press the amount. Then I enter my phone number. Then I enter my PIN. And then It's successfully sent to the phone number.
Oh, wow.
And so if the variable is equal to 4, transfer, then it's only Faiz to Faiz bank, no other bank. So you cannot use any other bank again. And
Wow.
this is it. I have to enter your account number. I have to enter the amount, then our PIN, then it's successfully sent to the account number you inputted. And I said, if it's equals to 5, that's Faiz bank to other bank. Then it will ask which bank do you want to send it to, either First Bank, GT Bank, Zenith, and so on. Then you enter your choice. Enter your choice. And I enter to GT Bank. Ask me to enter the account number. I enter my account number. Ask me to enter my USSD PIN and enter the amount. Then it's successfully sent to the account number. Then I said if A is equal to 6, that's cable TV, like our DSTV and GoTV. It's another variable Y, input, enter UC number. Then you will choose if that you want GoTV, DSTV, or StarTimes. Then I use another variable X. If it's equals to DSTV, to give you the plans. Give us. DSTV, then 1, then that's it. Oh. Then if I said if our user equals to 0, if our user is equals to 0, then it will go back to the beginning. That means if it's not equals to 1 or 0, it will print
Wow.
try again later. Thank you.
This is very excellent, Faiz, this afternoon. I think this is a very, very great one from you. I like the concept of Faiz Bank. And I like the fact that you're able to put this together. This is creative, this is innovative. I like your thinking, your pattern of thinking. To be able to put this together I know it requires a lot of work. You have just started learning Python within the last few weeks, and then you're able to put this together. It shows that you are very, very diligent, just as other guys that are presented here. But I think one thing that is very, very outstanding about this presentation, of course, is how it's relatable. Almost everybody, one way or the other, at one point or the other, make use of USSD banking, and we can relate with what we have just done, with the knowledge you've acquired within the last few weeks. So this is really, really beautiful. Well done, Faiz, for this great and excellent work you have done using Python programming. We have seen, I think this is almost the best group I've had to engage on this project presentation in the last couple of months. In fact, in the last 1 year, this looks very, very exceptional, and I think I like it. I've seen a variety of projects you guys have done here. I can remember Pelumi telling us, built a website on global warming and was showing us, giving us a few knowledge. Giving us knowledge about global warming and all words. We had Aliza, giving us very hot fashion, and then in fact, building a passion to us in that respect. And then we moved on to having Temitayo too, who was giving us a chatbot, designed a chatbot for Techbridge. I thought that would be all, and then wait for the banger again. We're having Faiz giving us Faiz Bank. Very excellent thoughts, excellent pattern of thinking, and putting your stuff together. And I think this just shows you guys that what you are doing is very, very relevant, and not just relevant. There are things that are relevant and are phasing out. They are relevant. Of course, we're still using it, but then in a very few more years, probably 2 years or 3 years, it's no longer as relevant as it is. But what you guys are doing currently is they are emerging. When I mean emerging, they are becoming more relevant by the day. The level of acceptance, you agree with me that some of the things you are doing are things that we are using now. Probably if you were around in the last 10 years and you didn't know what was happening as at that time, you will agree with me that some of these things were not really in the know. They were not really what you have easy access to, or that you find as relevant as much as at that time. How many people have phones? How many people have access to internet? But then that has grown seriously, in the last few years, and keeps growing. And then we have find more use for the internet, find more use for technology, and which backs the need for more programmers. More programmers, more techies, as it were. And you guys are filling that space very fast. And before the joy will be that before all of you here finish secondary school, you can really, beat your chest and be a very, well acknowledged programmer who is able to pick up projects that are used by banks, used by industries. For growth in their system, in their organizations. It will be fantastic to have that. So, like I've said to others, Faiz, you've done something very exciting, and I like the fact that you have a vision to own your own bank. That's another entrepreneurial mind. It's very excellent that you have that. I think the only person who is academic so far who probably would be a prof, who will be a prof, and of course, industrially relevant as a programmer, as somebody who provides solution in tech is Pelumi. Pelumi, probably you need to check up the founders of Google. Who are they? At what point did they start at Google? Go and check them up. And for every other person here too, who have chosen a line in entrepreneurship, please check. I think one of the very person that will come to mind is Elon Musk. Elon Musk built PayPal, and then after building PayPal, of course, Pelumi, you can also check, because it's just obvious that even those that formed Google went from being not just an academic, as programmer, they also dived into entrepreneurship, and that's why we can have Google today. We have YouTube, and of course, for instance, you are leveraging YouTube to show some of your work. So for other guys to, like I said, check up Elon Musk. It's just, you have some of these people, I know probably you already know them before this time, but get more close to their story. Probably you get some motivations from it. All of the world will know them. But then what is more inspiring is if you can also take from their knowings, from how they started, and you can challenge yourself. If this guy is able to do this thing 30 years ago, this is 30 years ago. I should be able to do probably 30 times better than what he did 30 years ago right now. That's the encouragement to all. Faiz, very great job done. I think you have a few chats also celebrating what you are doing right now in the chat. Yeah, you did very well. I like what you did. And I like the Faiz Bank. I like to see and probably operate with that bank in the future.
Thank you.
Should I be waiting for that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. Well done. Isaac, time is almost up. I think let's take the last person now. Isaac, let's have you. You can shoot. If you are there, present your screen, share. Let's have you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Isaac. I'm 8 years old. I'm 8 years old. I'm in Basic 3, and the name of my school is the Mary Hill School.
Awesome.
Some of the work I've done in my HTML, my capstone, are index.html, address.html, subscript and superscript.html, and many more. I want to talk about index.html. First, I go to new file. I click on it. And I write I want to see in what I want to the title of my work. So when I've done that, I click on enter. After clicking on that, I start my HTML structure. Then line 8 is where we join CSS with our HTML. We join CSS with our HTML. And we have HTML structure, the head structure, HTML elements, the head elements, the body elements, the nav elements, and the div elements, the untitled list, the untitled list elements, the list elements, and so in line 12 in the nav element and the div element. So this is our logo, and this will be shown in the top left side of my website, and this will be shown at the top right side of my website. This will show that this code will show that what I've written down here should be put in the center. Although Java's family website using CSS only, and in button where you can click is under the Hello Java's family website using HTML and CSS only. While style.css is where we beautify our work. We'll come to line 14 and 15. Yeah. Is where we decorate the down part of our work. And when I save, I'll go to next folder, and when I click on the button, I'm not able to do anything. So I'm still going to work on that. This is the face of my website. It's about my family. I did it because I love my family. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, this is very excellent job done by Isaac. I think so far from what I'm saying, Isaac is almost the probably youngest person on this call among the project presenter. And of course, you can see that he's not behind as part of the project. This is very, very awesome. You also have a very, very good outlook. This is a fantastic homepage. I mean, showcasing your family. I like the fact that you're also telling us about family. Of course, showing the need. A lot grows from the home. That's the truth. A lot starts from the home front. And a lot of the projects presented today, of course, some of those guys wouldn't have been able to come here to present if their parents are not supportive, their parents are not thinking futuristic, they are not futuristic as much as possible. It just tells us the importance of family. And it's a good way to also round up this evening's project presentation. This is fantastic, Olo Joba. And I think, like I told others, you need to keep it up. But then right now in the chat, I think I would like to have people talk about Olu Joba's work. Yeah, I see a lot saying, well done, Isaac. Nice job. Yeah. Awesome. You did a very, very, very great one. I like the way you presented, you spoke to us about how you got the project done, how you were able to bring it up to this phase, how you're able to have this up, telling us about different architectures of your program and how finally you're able to arrive at this point. That was very, very excellent, quite explanatory. And I hope that you won't stop here. You will want to do more. You want to ensure that you expand on these frontiers and you're able to, and you're able to go a little bit further than this. This is very good for an 8-year-old. And in fact, I know that there are quite a few of people your age who can do this. Very, very few. So you are exceptional. You stand out, and please remain that. Do you get that? So for everyone who has presented this evening, I think, like I said, this is one of the very best. I want to give it to you guys, starting from Pelumi. Pelumi gave us a very good start, followed by a very fireful one from Aliza. Awesome. Then we had one from Timitayo, Faiz, and of course, what a very good, great closing from Olu Joba. It's a great one. I want to appreciate you guys. It just shows that you are also diligent. It shows that you put your heart to learning when you have to come to class. And it's really excellent. I like what you guys have done. It's a very fantastic set, fantastic group. You started 12 weeks ago, and here's how far you have gone. One more time, I want to repeat this because it's very essential. Don't stop. Ensure that you go further than what the tutor is offering you, And how do you have access to this? We're going to be giving you some. I know that even in the course of learning this, your tutors must have given you 1 or 2 resources, and then we're going to be giving you more. Ask questions. We're going to ensure that we have a WhatsApp group. There's a WhatsApp group we created for parents. If your parent is not there, ask them to request from the customer service personnel so that they can be added, so that whenever we have information for you or there's a need, you have a question and you're not really getting answer quickly, they can ask there. We also ensure we keep up with the class created for this purpose so that you guys can always have access to us and ask more questions, Beautiful. All right, so at this point, I would like to ask parents, what do you think? Parents, what do you think? What are your comments about some of the projects these guys have done this evening? Do you have any word of encouragement for these children? We have an 8-year-old. I think the oldest probably here cannot be older than 16. Even if we have, let's say we have 16. Right now, I don't have the age of my brain, but I know we have a 16. And I know we have 11, we have 9. We have somebody who probably will be 15 or so, but I don't think we have anybody who's above 16. And for anybody who's within the age band of 8 to 16, who is in some of the stuff these guys are doing, I want to ask, what do you think? So any parents who's ready to share, just tell us in the chat. I like to comment, or I like to make it. I like to comment, and then we'll allow you to unmute, and then you can have the stage. Any parents or any colleague, and if you are not one of the presenters and you are here on the call, you like to say something, it's good time. Yeah, I think I have a shot from Mr. David Adegboyega. Mr. Adegboyega has been a long-term fan of Techbridge, very long-term fan of Techbridge since 2018, and we're excited to have you on this call this evening. He said this is a good use of 1 hour. Thanks, Techbridge. I love the way you're motivating these future techpreneurs. Well done. Thank you so much, sir. And that's a beautiful comment from you. And these are one of those things that keeps us going. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Do we have any parent who likes to drop 1 or 2 comments, about what these guys have done? I think I have Mr. David Divine Isioma. Mr. Divine Isioma, please unmute. Let's have you speak to this audience.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Divine Isioma.
Okay, that's Divine Isioma.
What I've seen so far. Yes.
Okay, great. Go on.
I've seen so far, they've tried. Kudos, they should keep it up. Learn more.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, that's great. That's Divine Isioma, one of the very fantastic guys we have done in Soma. I think it was age 7, if I'm correct at that time. If you need to come and see some of those things. He did
8.
very, 8, all right, 8. Very sharp young lad, and had something very exciting, to present. And he was the best as at that time during that period. And I believe you are still learning. You are still you have not stopped. Divine, am I correct?
Very well.
Sure. Okay, that's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Awesome. Okay, so let's have any other parent who is there. Do you have any other parent who likes to unmute? You can unmute. You are free to use your voice if you like to do so. And if you are not finding it, if you cannot unmute yourself, just drop your comments, or you can ask us to you can ask us to unmute you if you don't have it on. This is great job. There is value for money. Thanks, Techbridge. Keep it up. That's from Mr. Adesina Adepoju. That's a Adepoju Faiz dad. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your encouragement for Faiz, and also giving him the back to rely on, to get up with this. We also thank you for trusting Techbridge, to train your child in this regard. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think we have one of the tutors who would also like to comment. That's Mr. Gbenga Olabi. Please unmute and shoot.
Okay, thank you very much, our guy to talk. Okay, I want to really.
Oh, sorry, can you hold on while that comes up? Please, Isaac, you can unshare, so that we can have whoever is speaking.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Gbenga, over to you now.
So is Mr. Gbenga.
Okay, Mr. Gbenga, go on.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Good. Yeah, I want to say kudos to all the presenters. You did so well. Though I missed Magiza and Pelumi's presentation, I was in transit. I'm so sorry about that. But I have an idea. Isaac, superb. Your presentation, I love it. I'm always proud of you. And I saw, what is this guy's name? The one that presented on chat box. I saw Faiz's presentation was excellent. I saw whose presentation again? Temitayo's presentation on chat box, excellent. You guys, I'm so proud of you. You guys did an amazing job. And I want to encourage Isaac as well, please. You still have to do a little bit more work on your webpage. It was great. It was beautiful. I told you, I love your work. I love it. It's not that I love it. And Aliza did, our work was on fashion. I love the work, and I believe it's beautiful as well. And Isaac, when we decided to educate us on global warming and the likes, I love the work too. So you guys, I want to encourage you that you should learn to study more, and please improve on what you've done now. This is just the beginning for you, and I believe that the sky is not even the limit. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Techbridge. I'm really grateful to Impact Life through you. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right, excellent. That's a very good one from.
Thank you, sir.
Tutor.
Thank you, sir.
For the web class, that was
Thank you, sir.
excellent. Just shows that Gbenga also did a very great job in the last couple of weeks. Art students who are presenting fantastic projects within a very short time like that shows that the tutor really did a very great job. Awesome. All right, so we're about rounding up. It's about time to round up. I'll just take one more person. I think Isaac, you have a presentation. You have a comment. Let's have you. 30 seconds for you. Go on.
Okay, thank you. This is Mr. Olojo by Isaac's dad.
Oh, yes, sir. Let's have you, sir.
Okay, so we thank you so much for your effort, and most importantly, the presentation was practical in nature. It's not about theoretical telling stories. They're able to show their works, and we hope that this will be continuous. It will be continuous, and particularly I want to appreciate their tutor for his patience all the time. I always listen to them. Sometimes he's patient with them, and he tries to go back and back to see that they are meeting up to expectation. We thank you, and we hope that more people will come to join so that this can be a sustainable project for every one of us. Thank you very much.
We appreciate you, Mr. Olowojoba. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Olowojoba. We appreciate every parent on this call. We had Mr. David Adegboyega on this call. We also have Mr. Olowojoba on this call. What other parent? I think we also have Mr. Adeshina Adekojo on this call. We are excited. I think we have Mr. Lukman Sidi also here. We are very excited to have you join here. At one point, I saw Mr. Moses Jayoba also on this call. We are very encouraged to our parents, join this call this afternoon. It's so exciting. It's so motivating to see that you are really going on out to see that this work at all points. We are excited to see this, and we also ensure that we put in a lot of more work to see that these children get a very peak possible as much as they want, in this regard. For this evening, I want to say thank you to everyone who joined this call. It's been a very great use of 1 hour, just like Mr. David said. I think for me too, it was refreshing. I usually like to see this, and it was not boring. It was not boring at all. You see kids, you see these great guys coming up with different fantastic projects that they have done. I mean, everybody coming up with something new, not repeating the same thing. That for me is exceptional. I want to at this point also acknowledge the tutors, Benga for the web class, and Victor for the Python class. This is excellent. This is far-reaching, excellent. As you can see, parents are grateful, and the kids are also grateful. We want to see as much as possible as how we can, collaborate to get this going forward, to get this move past the current stage. Thank you, everyone, for joining this afternoon. And I think at this time, I want us to, go to rest. Ensure you have a very great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Over for now.
Thank you, Techbridge.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir.